Why do you think is it kind of like a societal trap that people go into a job and then maybe they're comfortable that they think it's a safe place to be because it keeps paying the bills, but in reality, like if you only have one source of income, you could be made redundant at any point. If the company starts performing badly, you could fall ill and be unable to work. So what what is it kind of it's kind of a trap, isn't it, that people get pushed into and that they don't learn about money, which is like you said, why started my page as well, to kind of talk about there's other ways to kind of diversify your income,
Yeah,
and build wealth outside of a job, right? It's not. I think it's maybe a misconception, right, in society.
yeah, I agree. I think yeah, I think it's very easy to go into a job, get paid, and then I think a lot of people get complacent and they realise they can still get paid, if that makes sense. Kind of like if you see a professional football player, he'll be on 100k, he'll score a load of goals and then demand a pay rise. He'll be good again for a little bit, and then he gets complacent. And then I think that's what happens with a job. If you go to your job, you start getting a bit complacent, you start relaxing a little bit, and you still realise you're getting that money. But that money is like it's the lowest of the low, really. I'm not saying like minimum wage. I'm like everyone has got so much potential to do something different or get two sources of income or go and do a job that they actually truly love that has no cap on money whatsoever. And I think that is the trap at the end of the day. And it's kind of like it's short term living, really. You're going to work from 9 till 5 and then you clock out and then that's you done for the day and you can do what you want. And 9 times out of 10, most people go home and they probably just stick on the TV or watch a movie and they literally live for the weekend.
Yeah. What do you think about kind of starting your own business? Do you think it's something a lot of people would like to work for themselves, but maybe see don't want to take the risk? Is it something like would you like to kind of be a business owner rather than working for somebody else? I think for me, like I would even like prefer to earn less money, but have the freedom to not be managed by a boss and work for a company where maybe I'm not getting opportunities to move up. Whereas if I work for myself, I'd be more encouraged to kind of scale my own business. Do you think more people could maybe even start as a side hustle and then progress it into their own business, if they had kind of a bit more encouragement or kind of risk tolerance to get started?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for people not starting, I think generally, or speaking from my personal experience, is fear of failure. Um, so I think when I done my apprenticeship, I couldn't do overtime because I was an apprentice. So I used to go to the gym quite a bit. So I went and done like my personal training course, got like my certificate, and then I made my own boot camp. And it took me like a good year or two before I done that because I thought, what if no one shows up? Blah blah blah. And literally during summer, it was actually quite good. And then as soon as winter hit and the rain come out and it was cold and it was dark, literally I got like zero people turning up. So I literally called it a day. But yeah, that initial like, oh, what if I'm not good at it, or what if I fail? I think one of the biggest ones is judgment from other people. That's like, especially me, like when I started like property sourcing or even my Instagram page, I was thinking, oh my god, what if all these people that are like high levels up on what I'm doing, like property experts or Instagram pages that are like are miles higher than me, like millions of followers. What if these guys are judging me or like start commenting on my stuff and saying how it's wrong? That was my biggest fear. And then I kind of realized like these people ain't even looking at me. Like I'm here to educate people of what I know, whether it's right or wrong. I'm just giving my experience of my journey. Um, and I think that is the biggest fear of failure and not like putting your all into it. And I think consistency as well. I know like loads of people or quite a few people that have started their own fitness page or plumbing page, even if it's just for their daily job, and then they quit after like 6 months. And it's like, mate, if you just carried on for another 6 months or a year, it could have really taken off. And it don't always take off. Like, don't get me wrong, but there is no risk in trying. Like, what else are you going to achieve if you stop? You're just going to quit and go back to something that you didn't like doing in the first place. And I think, like you
Mm.
said, if you are looking to start your own business, I think it should be something that you're passionate in and you generally like talking about for free to begin with. I think that's the best. If you love cars or sports cars or kitting up cars, just start a page of what you've done to your car and or what you're looking at doing, and just start with that and just talk to people that are like minded, and you'll get engagement and you'll realize that there is an audience out there for you. And I think yeah, that's where you should start and then just build a solid foundation, and then and then see where you can take it step by step after that.